Hunter, you're in the wrong seat, my man.
An extensive requirements of the Ohio National Conference and the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been selected and assigned according to their procedures adopted by the OCC and OHS to provide their important role in tonight's game. These officials for tonight are Jackie Elman, and David Strong. The athletes, coaches, officials are guests of Olentangy Orange High School. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administering the contest, and of course your team and opponent. And it's important tonight that everyone please respect the game. Now let's meet the starters for tonight's basketball contest, starting with the Braves. Number 23, Haley Cummings. Number 3, Nicholas Bond.
Good afternoon and welcome. Hello. 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 Hello.
Number 30, Ellie Beck.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone into tonight's game. The Orange Pioneers versus the Olentangy Braves. This is girls basketball on the hardwood. This is a big rivalry tonight. I'm Ethan Hunter alongside Andrew Rose here. Now, Andrew, what are your expectations for this game tonight as we are awaiting the opening tip?
I expect a close game. I expect a really chippy game. It's a big OCC game, and this is the second matchup of the season. Olentangy had the first win, so I expect Orange to have a little bit of an edge and, you know, a chip on their shoulder here.
I agree as Olentangy wins the opening tip. Number 12, Bridget Stafford with the ball. She's just a sophomore. Passes it back to number 3, Meg Swan. Number 33 drains it. That's Kennedy Daup, a junior for the Braves. Your opening score is 3-0 Braves. Linda Davis gets the ball at the top of the key. Back to Kayla Delmar. Over to Reese Miller, who passes it back to London. Over to Ellie Beck on the side. To Reese, who shoots the three and just rattles short.
Olentangy bringing it up fast.
Getting trapped there, but passed back out to Meg Swan.
Backing up, trying to reset the play here. Driving to the right, steps back. Tipped out of bounds by Haley Schwadi's Braves ball.
So a very close, hard defense game so far at this point. That 1-3 let up for the Braves as they look to take another one here on the outside. They're going for a real air raid on the outside as I get corrected as they drive in, and for the easy layup, that's Meg Spawn.
Delmore to Beck. Back to Miller. Miller to Beck at the top of the key. Looking for a place to go with the ball. Top to the 24, Miller. Back to Beck. Give it to the big girl at the bottom, Lynn Davis. Kick ball. Orange ball.
As that one rolls all the way to the other side of the court, but it will be orange ball from the out of bounds. Reese Miller to inbound it. Into Ellie Beck. Dribbles to the front of the court.
To Delmore on the wing. Delmore to Miller. Miller for three. Short by a lot. That's going to be Braves ball.
Almost saved there by Haley Schwadi. The effort is there in this opening couple 3 minutes of this game. But the score is 5-0 Braves. Passed out to Stafford. Over to Spawn. And inside to number 23. That's senior Bailey Cummings and Kayla Delmore trying to fire back with some Pioneer offense.
Ellie saves the turnover. Driving to the right. On the wing, back to Delmore. Delmore driving, floater, puts it up. Rims out. London Davis the rebound and puts it up for the Pioneers' first buckets of the game.
Sometimes that's all you need is someone to be there to catch it and throw it right back up in there. You know, don't come down with the ball. That's what my dad always told me. Just put it right back up, and that's what she did.
Just go up strong, and that's exactly what happened. As it goes out of bounds by the Braves, Pioneer ball. Delmore's going to be passing into back here. He's going to try to get another bucket to make this a one-possession game here. Beck looking around for a place to go. Pass it to Davis at the top of the key. Back to Beck. Miller at the wing. Davis to Miller. Resetting the play. Miller to Delmore.
7-2 Braves right now.
Ellie for three. No good.
Ooh. That was a close one, just off the back of the rim. It seems that there is a lid on top of the basket right now as Bailey Cummings takes the three and does not succeed.
Out for another three, and that one is straight cash.
That's Kennedy Daup.
Beck bringing up the ball as the Orange Pioneers are down 2-10. Trying to get something going here before the lead gets a little bit too big. Beck to Davis. Davis strong to the hoop. Puts it up and fouled.
That's a foul there on Haley Schwady. You know, London dribbles that ball hard as she's driving in. She does not want anyone to steal that. I would be scared to try to steal that ball as it's rocketing towards the floor, as you'd say.
Very nice pass by Davis to get to Schwady for the free throw. Free throws up and good.
As the first subs of the night are Olentangy's number 2, Isabel Walters, and number 40, Reagan Richardson. She's just a freshman.
Second free throw is up and rims in. 4-10 currently.
As Emma Delmore checks into the game as well for Orange. The twin connection is on the court in Emma and Kayla Delmore.
Both freshmen, too.
That is right. They are. There's a lot of hope for these Orange Pioneers. Very young team, very young team. No seniors on the court right now, as you can see.
Good defense by Miller, but they call her for the foul. On the floor, Braves are going to be passing it in.
That's 4-10 Braves as Kennedy Daup is checking back into the game.
In exchange for number 12, Bridget Stafford.
The Braves are liking that right corner of the basket there, in for the three as number 2 takes the shot and misses. Ellie Beck running back up the court.
That's
out of bounds.
Tipped out of bounds.
Over to the Braves. The ref had to check as he did not see, but ultimately this will be Braves ball, 10-4.
I think this is just going to be a game of ball security here. A lot of turnovers and a lot of missed opportunities so far. So if they're able to, the Pioneers are able to keep the ball where they want it and get those points down low, I think they can make a run here. Out of bounds, Braves going Pioneer way.
That's right. Now, we talked to Coach Rowe of the Orange Pioneers before the game, and she said that she has confidence in her offense. The offense has really opened up as of late, and we like our chances with our new style. We hope that our girls provide a fun game to watch. So far, the offense is still stalling a little bit, waiting to get started, but she says it takes a second for them to open up, and once they do, though, it's scary, as Emma Delmore is dribbling at the top of the court.
Getting trapped there as they find Miller on the wing. Miller back to one of the Delmores. London Davis going up strong, as we see, and
Kayla with the
not called
rebound.
for a foul, but there it is.
That'll be a floor foul, just in for the out of bounds, or yeah.
Got a sub coming in, number 10 for the Braves, Jonna Spone. Looks like sister of the starting point guard for the Braves.
Lots of sisters on the court tonight. Well, 2 sets, but that's a lot in my book. So Ellie Beck gets it tipped away. Over to number 10, Joanna Spond.
33 for the 3, and she is 3 for 3 from deep. Really has got the scorcher tonight, as the Orange Pioneers going to call a timeout.
That is right. That is 33
for Kennedy Dope.
That was pretty dope of a shot, I have to say.
I agree. From very deep, too. Really trusted her range there, as the Braves are up 13-4. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. What are you seeing here from the Braves so far?
Well, you know, the Braves have come out with a hot fire of an offense. They have currently on the floor only Kennedy Daup has shot has any points for who is on the court right now, but it is 13-4. So clearly the Braves offense is doing something that this Orange Pioneer offense has not been able to do so far. I think the Pioneers have been playing a good defensive game. It's just those kickouts to the outside. I think they have 4 3-pointers at this point in the game. You know, something that's hard to do, but they are firing from all cylinders. They're the Braves from the outside arc.
The Pioneers are really going to have to watch that outside shot, as 33 Kennedy Daup is 3 for 3 from 3. Every single one is straight money. As we would say, that's a splash.
That is quite the splash.
As now we're inbounding it back in. Basketball is resumed here. Ellie Beck bring up the ball, gets it to 44. Delmore up for 3.
Emma just rattles out.
Rebounded by her sister, goes right back up. No good. Right back to Delmore again. Goes down, no foul, as the Braves are running the fast break.
Just a little too strong with those rebounds, or with those layups, excuse me. As they go back out for that outside shot. They want it bad.
Number 40 drives, puts it up.
Blocked by London Davis. Get that out of here.
Not in her house. Davis guarding number 40 at the perimeter, Reagan Richardson. As she drives, floater, puts it up and in.
You know, sometimes all that matters, even if you get blocked, is it's whoever gets the rebound, because you can still have to fight for your offense, even if you get a key block. As Emma Delmore looking for the 3 from outside, just misses. But an over the back called on London. She does not want that.
She does not want to get her foul count up very fast, because she is clearly one of the bigger players on the court tonight.
Very physical is London Davis, but she is a force to be reckoned with. The Pioneers really look to her to anchor the defense and the offense alike down low.
Almost a double dribble there coming up the court. Number 10 driving. Out. Get that out of here as London Davis swats it back.
It's a block party here for London Davis, and everyone's invited.
Everyone's on the floor. Ball gets kicked back out to the Braves.
Steps back for 3, just misses. That was Joanna Spahn.
London Davis with the rebound.
Over to
Ellie Beck. Ellie Beck with the full court pass to Haley Schwady. Layup up and in.
Looking like Kevin Love with the full court pass. Whatever works, and that one did. It's 15-6.
Good pass. Tom Brady would never. As Ellie Beck with a nice pass. 6 seconds left on the clock.
You know, it's time for, as we await this ending.
Buzzer beater, and there's the buzzer.
That one will not count.
15-6 at the end of the first quarter. What can you see improvement here for the Pioneers? How can they shorten this lead and try to get back into this game?
Well, you know, I think one thing that we saw there was defense turning into offense. So far, they haven't had much success from the outside or from straight-up offensive plays, but off the defense, I think they're doing very well of turning turnovers into points so far. As you saw that last shot, full court pass off of a steal. That's the kind of things that we want here for the Pioneers if they want to get back into this game.
And something that you see a lot is a lot of fast break points usually results to wins. We've had a lot of turnovers here at the beginning of the game, and it seems that Olentangy's really taking care of those and turning some defense into offense. We've seen London Davis has 2 blocks, and we've seen some steals, but they just don't seem to stay in the Pioneers' hands. So if they can try to turn those into offensive possessions and get back up, get some points on the board, then I can see them closing this lead very fast.
Yes, I agree completely. That is looking like it may be one of the keys to the game as we start the second quarter here. We talked to Coach Rowe, as I said earlier, and one of the things that she said was a couple keys to success are limiting those second chance opportunities and Olentangy's transition offense. Our level of situation execution has put us in ball games that on paper we probably shouldn't be in. So she is looking, as you know, the Braves have a much better record than the Pioneers, but if they look at the situations, go play by play, and see what they can do to be the best team in each play, that is what they're seeing as one of the keys to the game. As Emma Delmore takes a deep 3 and bangs it in from the parking lot. That's a 3
from downtown.
You already know it's 15-9 Braves. The Pioneers cutting into that lead early.
So as you said from Rowe's comments, Coach Rowe, is they really want to limit those transition second chance points, and that's how I think they've really been able to take control of the game. So do you think she maybe gave some words of encouragement to maybe limit those? It's number 12 for 3. Banks it in. The bank is open on this Friday night.
That's right. It may be a snow day, but it is still open. That did not look like it was going in, but nonetheless, 18-9 Braves. As Haley Schwady tries to save it, but it goes right back to number 3, Meg Spahn. She is one of the sisters on the court. Passed over to Cammie McCuddy.
And that is sent back to where that ball was manufactured. Get that weak stuff out of here. As London Davis already has 3 blocks as the second quarter is just beginning.
Yeah, that is an impressive stat line for London. You know, that's where she really thrives, is down in the paint. And she is not letting anything get by. That is why a lot of these points have come from threes.
London Davis is a D1 Kansas commit for volleyball, so those hops are really showing here.
They really are.
As the Braves rebound their own miss, they get it kicked out of the corner to Spohn for 3 from Clifford. That is wet like water. 21-9 Braves.
That's right. Reese Miller waiting to check in on the side. She's a big, strong leader as one of the few juniors on this team, as it does not go down for Emma Delmore. Spahn coming back up the court.
Stafford again for 3. No good. Second chance points was a big thing as they get their own rebound. And look at it getting scrappy on the ground. Jump ball going the Braves' way. You love to see the physicality on the court. You really do.
You know, yeah, that was a physical play. That could have been over. That could have been scooped up easily by the Braves and turned into offense for them. But Kayla Delmore did not want to see that happen as she dove onto the floor. That is an admirable play there by the freshman.
Brooke Thompson and Reese Miller check in for the Pioneers. Meg Spohn driving left, off of her foot, and out of bounds. That's going to be Pioneer ball. Ellie Beck bringing it up the court, hoping to spark a quick comeback here. This game is by far out of reach. There's a lot of time to go, but you want to try and maintain these leads as they get the steal, and the Braves are coming right back up the court.
That's right. Just like you said, Rose, was the ball security is a very important part of this.
Reese Miller with the steal.
As they call it, foul, reach-in foul. Or yes, a reach-in foul there on Stafford. For a moment, it looked like she had called
another jump ball.
But no.
Number 20, Kayla Delmore bringing the ball up. She gives it to number 10, Brooke Thompson, seeing her first minutes of the game. Back to Kayla. As she pulls up for three, no good. Rebounded by the Braves. Giving it back to the point guard, Meg Spone. Bringing up the ball, looking for some opportunities. They swing it to 35 on the wing. Over to Stafford on the left. Has a three, so you better watch out for her on the perimeter. Give it to number 23. She goes up and fouled. Send number 23, Bailey Cummings, the senior, to the free throw line. 4 minutes and 40 to go in the second quarter. 21-9 Braves as Cummings is at the free throw line. First free throw up and rims in. Emma Delmore checks back in for Reese Miller.
That's right. This game has been quite physical so far. A couple foul shots for each team and a couple jump balls, loose ball plays that have been dove in on. You can see the physicality of these teams. They're truly rivals. There's no getting past that. And they really both want to win and do whatever they can to win. As Emma Delmore catches the pass down, sees a wide open London Davis, who just cannot get that rebound. But rebounded by number 40, Reagan Richardson.
So as many know, Olentangy had school off today, snow day. Do you expect stamina to be an issue? We've already seen a lot of subs early on. Do you expect stamina to be an issue in this game?
You know, that is very possible. Everybody was resting before this game all day. No schoolwork for both of these teams, which is always a nice thing. So you'd think that they would be nice and well rested, but either way, the physicality of this game calls for some subs from time to time, and I don't think that we're going to see too much of downtime.
On the wing, drives. Kicks it to number 10.
Oh,
she's going to drive.
The spin cycle and up, but cannot make the rebound. That was a very nice spin there, but she also gets the reach-in foul, excuse me.
Brooke Thompson with the rebound and got fouled for a reach-in. Ellie Beck bringing up the ball. See, the Braves seem to be doing some half-court trap here, making Ellie Beck get rid of it very fast as they find Delmore on the wing. Out of bounds, Braves, Pioneers ball still. Keeping it down here at the right side of the court.
As there seems to be some conversation there by Brooke Thompson and the ref, but she is going to get it in nonetheless. Finds it hard to do, and that will be tipped off Elma Delmore and sent the other way. It's hard to get that ball in sometimes when the defense is so tough. And clearly,
as number 2, Isabel Walters checks into the game for the Lady Braves, as they give it straight to her on the wing. Number 10, Jonna Stone with the ball, freshman. As she puts a spin cycle, drives, left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded by Schwady to Thompson, bringing up the court. Pass it to Beck on the wing. Beck driving left, kicks it out to 44, Emma Delmore. Deep three, and nothing but air. This is number 10, Jonna Stone, bringing the ball back up. .23 Cummings with the ball. As she drives right, kicks it out to the wing. Right back to the center. As she goes up, no good. So we were talking about those second chance points there as they keep getting those offensive rebounds. Not really a sense of urgency here for much of the Pioneers as balls are just hitting the rim and going right back into the Braves' hands.
That's true. It's hard to be physical for this long in the game as we are almost close to halftime. And without London Davis on the court, the big starter for the Pioneers, as it appears that Kayla Delmore is going to
inbound the ball instead of Thompson as London Davis checks back in. Very expected after the long possession the Braves just had. A few misses, but constant rebounding, offensive rebounding for them as they Got to put the big lady back in. As they give it straight to London Davis. Spins, gives it to Beck. Very handsy game. Lots of reaching and swiping for it.
That's
Haley
true. That was a
Schwade
nice pass, though.
gets fouled.
You bring the toast, and she's got the butter, because that was a very nice slick pass there right into Haley Schwade, who caught it but could not get it done. But that is a foul nonetheless, and one that they can hopefully inbound after a failure to inbound earlier in the game. Looks like they're running for the same play that they did earlier too, and it did not work then, and it will not work now. Or maybe it will.
What a play. What a recovery. Schwade going up for the contact rebound. No good as it's coming right to us. And that's out of bounds. That's Braves ball.
Unfortunately, that will be Braves ball, but that was a great effort there. As as we said, there's been some difficulty inbounding for the Pioneers, but that one, they dive on the court. They try to get it done, no matter the physical challenge. These Pioneers have been trying hard to get it done.
Give to 33. She's got the hot hand as a beautiful pass to number 40. No good. Rebounded by Beck. Beautiful pass. Just didn't seem to fall. Beck driving. Taking it herself.
From Atlantic to Pacific, but not going to work there.
It was a good look, but they just did not get it to fall. Good opportunities there for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Ellie Beck really runs like a deer. She can go from one side of the court to the other before you can even blink. And
Cali to Rhode Island in a snap.
That's right. And she can really get it done. And on that shot, though, sometimes you can get all the way there and you just can't. You're a couple steps from the finish line and you just can't cross it over. But
almost an ankle breaker there.
Indeed, it was. London Davis looking for the tip back to our Pioneer side. 1 minute left to go in the second half, as that one will be orange ball. 23-9, your score. Braves in the lead.
1 minute and 8 to go in the second quarter. The Pioneers are really struggling to get points on the board. Seems to be a lid on the rim right now. Got to try to take that off and get back in this game before it's too late. Beck kicks it out, stolen by Spohn as she takes it all the way. Left-handed layup, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Stafford as she gets the left-handed layup to put it in. We talk about those second chance buckets and just, it was a 3-on-0. They just refused to come back and play defense there.
This team is really struggling hard to get points on the board, but they don't look like it. They're still having good offensive chances that just don't fall. I would like to see the stat of how many points are, shots put up that just don't make it. The Pioneers could be big contenders, possibly in the lead at this point if all of these.
As it's stolen by Stafford, and she's bringing up the court. The pass broken up on the ground, getting physical, and they call a foul.
Another one of those physical plays there. But, these Pioneers are very close to a well put-together, successful team. There's just a few components that are always plagued them.
They can definitely make some halftime adjustments and get the lid off the basket. They give it to Cummings as she drives right. Fake pass, no good.
5 seconds left in this quarter. London Davis is going to try, but gets blocked.
The buzzer. 25-9. Lady Braves are over the Lady Pioneers heading into the half.
That's right. 25-9, your score going into the 10-minute halftime. Now, Rose, what are a couple things that you saw in this halftime?
I see exactly what Coach Rose said she was expecting from the Braves. Just a lot of second chance points as they are really getting the offensive rebounds. They are really just taking advantage of getting the boards and putting it back up. And the transition points. Those are honestly, the main source of their points. If they can make some halftime adjustments and figure out a way to stop that and limit those second chance points and those transition points.
For sure. The last game we had 5 players in double digits for the Pioneers. We had 5 players in the double digits for the Pioneers against Franklin Heights in their win. That type of scoring has really not shown much prowess here, as it's just not the same team out there. London Davis had 13 rebounds, 14 points, a double-double last game with 4 other players accompanying her in the double-digit range. But, the scoring, Rose, what are you seeing out there on the scoring? Because the Pioneers with 9 points at halftime can really just not get it done at this point.
They're just really struggling out there. You see a lot of the Braves are being really handsy, really swiping at the ball at every chance they get, and they've become successful. Really, it comes back down to that ball security on the offensive end. And they just keep getting it stripped away from them. That's what leads into those transition points. So from the offensive perspective, you got to keep that ball tight. You got to keep it in your hands. You got to go up strong. You got to dribble strong, and really keep your offensive points. We've seen the inbounds fail a few times. They've gone out of bounds or turned into turnovers. Just a lot of little silly mistakes that are really costing them the game here. So I think big things the Pioneers can turn it around is ball security and just limiting transition points, getting back after a miss. Really just keeping it together here. So the Braves are really opening it up from the wing here. You saw Kennedy Doubt splash 3 threes in the first quarter, and Bridget Stafford had one, as they've got 12 points, more than the Pioneers have in general from just the three-point line. How can you see the Pioneers starting to limit that and try to improve their defense?
Well, I would like to point out that the score at halftime, not proportional to the score right now. I believe that the Braves had 16 points at halftime or so, and as you can see by that beautiful scoreboard up at the top, Kennedy Daup, number 33, has not scored since the first quarter. So I think they're doing a good job of limiting her, locking down the perimeter. That was something that they saw was a problem, and I believe the Braves only got one more three-pointer in the second half, or in the second quarter, excuse me. So from first quarter to second quarter, they made a good adjustment. The problem is they scored 3 points, or 4 points, excuse me, in that second quarter. So the offense is what is really not coming up for the Pioneers. But the defense, Coach Rowe is very good at making halftime adjustments, quarter adjustments. When she sees something, she fixes it, and she's not afraid to yell it out on the court. And that's something that you saw her doing all first half. But hopefully she sees a few things that she can turn this team around for the second half. Another thing that she said, she quoted one of her favorite people, Zig Ziglar. She said, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." So I believe that this team is doing all these things, but these Braves have done all of them as well, possibly with a little more confidence as they look stronger out here on the court tonight.
As a coach, you really try to preach at the halftime score. When you get back out there, it's 0-0. You don't hang your heads. You keep your heads up, and you go into the second half like it's just start to the game. I think that's what we're going to expect from the Pioneers, to be re-energized and enthused to come back out here and try to shorten that lead a little bit. They're definitely not out of it. There's an entire half of basketball to play, but they've really got to make these changes very quick out of the gate here. Got to limit those perimeter shots. They really got to rely on London Davis in the paint. She already has 3 blocks and really establishing her dominance down there, but they got to keep that up. But instead, just after those blocks and the steals, they got to keep it. Pioneers got to keep it, take control, and start with those transition points.
That's right. The Pioneers are down 16 at halftime, and one thing that they really need to do, they can't have a slow start to this half. If they want to try and win this game, they got to come out hot, and they got to stay hot for the next 20 or 16 minutes of gameplay.
And the Braves started out the first half hot, so really basketball is just a game of runs. The Braves started out with a nice run. Pioneers started to crawl back, and the Braves ended on one. So the Pioneers really just got to stay on a run here and just, again, limit those perimeter shots there, because that's what really was the dagger in the first quarter. And, they were really able to close that gap a little bit, but not to anything they hoped to or expected.
That's exactly right. 5 fouls for Olentangy, 3 fouls for Orange. The Pioneers are not fouling as much as you would think from a team down by 16. They are keeping it together. They are keeping it close, and and they're still playing their game, I think is what I'm trying to say here. They're still playing their game to win no matter what the score is, and that's something that is very respectable from these Pioneers.
What do you think the Braves can do out here to keep this lead together?
You know, one thing I think they need to reestablish their 3-ball, because that's one thing that they kind of lost there in the second half of the first half, was the 3. And if they can reestablish that, there's no stopping them, as the Orange Pioneers are coming back out of the locker room, ready to come in and gain back this lead, hopefully crawl back upon this lead and get it done.
This game is going to stay physical. It's a rivalry game. It's going to stay physical. It's going to stay chippy, but the Pioneers really just got to calm down and just not let the emotion of the game take over. They just got to calm down, stick to what Coach Rowe planned, and they got to come back out at the second half with the scoreboard looking like it's 0-0. They just got to win the half, win the quarter, and try to come back here. But the Braves have remained hot on offense. They started the first quarter real hot, slowed down second, but you never know what to expect from the second half.
Not at all. The second half can be a completely new game. As one thing that's interesting, Olentangy is still not back out here after the Orange Pioneers have been out here for about a minute now. These Braves, although in the lead, are staying in, getting talked to. Usually you'd think that the losing team would have more of a talking to in the locker room, but clearly the Braves are who are still getting instruction from their coach.
2 minutes and 30 seconds till this game tips back off, and the Braves are not out here. A little odd to see. As you said, usually the losing team is usually the ones getting talked to, getting an earful, and coming back out when it matters, but 2 minutes left and still just no Braves.
Yeah, you know, Coach Rowe always keeps her composure, and although these Pioneers are down by 16, you do not see it in her face. You do not see it in her actions. She treats every moment like they're in the lead, or I guess I should say like the score is 0-0, because there's always opportunity to get back upon it. There's always opportunity to finish off this game in a win, as the Braves are now coming back out with 1:45 left.
In the half here.
And so clearly we're going to see this game continue to be physical, but I think that this could be a whole different game than you saw in the first half coming out of the tunnels here.
I think also for the Pioneers, something that they really thrive on is their jump shooters. They've got a lot of smaller players, a guard-heavy team here, and they really just need to work on creating space, maybe using some picks, playing off of those, because Lyndon Davis is a very big force down there, so maybe use some picks to create space at the top and get some of those guards some shots up. We saw Emma Delmore, she hit a 3 from the parking lot, so she definitely got a scorcher. So if they can try to get her hot and get her incorporated in the game plan, I can see a strong comeback coming.
I completely agree. That is, you were right in that. That is one thing that she did do a very good job of. She took the opportunities that she was given. Did all of them fall? No, but sometimes you just got to keep on trying, because eventually your luck will come and those shots will start falling, because her form, her composure, it all looked good. It's just a couple things that these Pioneers are missing to come out here with a W.
Something that most basketball players will say, you just got to shoot out of your slump. You just got to keep shooting until those buckets start to fall. As here we go, second half is about to be into play.
That's right, the clock is ready, the refs are ready, and the girls are ready. We are about to get a great game coming back up.
Ellie Beck bringing up the ball. She finds Emma Delmore. She's driving left. Gives it to her sister, Kayla. Pass to Davis, no good. And Davis scraps for the rebound, puts it up, no good, as Kayla Delmore gets it stripped from her, no foul, as the Braves begin the fast break. Giving it to Spohn, out to Stafford, the pump fake, the drive, the lay-in, fouled. We're sending her to the line.
That one just does not fall, but she was hard fouled. And you will see these girls have came out of the tunnel. Not even, well, excuse me, there have been 30 seconds gone, and already a foul, already some hard shots both
Stafford
ways.
misses the first free throw. They also got to limit their opportunities to the line. Free throws said in the name, 3 points, so you just got to limit that.
That's right.
Stafford puts up the second attempt. Swish. First points of the quarter for the Braves, 26-9. It's Emma Delmore bringing up the ball. Kicks it to Thompson, the top of the key. She's out the ball, dribble drive to the right side.
Thompson did not get a lot of
wing
as she dribbles out, but Thompson did not get a lot of touches here in this in the first half. And
appears there's a foul. It is not.
Oh, you're right.
Was it?
I can't.
Confusion on the court for both teams here.
It was a foul. That is what drove her out ultimately. So, but Brooke Thompson did not get a lot of touches in the first half.
Davis blocked from behind as Meg spun with it as she's going coast to coast. Give it to Stafford. Back to Cummings as she drives. The
Good
lead
pass in.
Back to Cummings at the top of the key as they reset.
Over to Stafford, back over to Cummings, and in, and good. That will be
Kennedy Dope.
That was her first non-3 of the game and her first points since the first quarter. Pioneers looking for their first points as they call out Ohio. What a great play in Ohio as it goes out to Emma Delmore into London Davis, back over to Kayla Delmore, and shot.
Back shot up, and the bank is again open. The snow day is not affecting the backboard tonight as Ellie Beck banks in a nice mid-range to get the Pioneers' first buckets of the half.
That's right. My hands are a little cold, but these Pioneers are just heating up.
Stafford on the wing. Cummings at the top. Cummings down to the paint. As
swatted out by Emma and over to London, but a foul called.
Possible flop.
That will be our ball.
That's just the game of basketball. You just got to sell it. You got to be an actor to play basketball. You got to be able to sell them. You got to be able to sell your fouls and sell all of it.
You got to be like a Essential Oils representative. Go door to door and get other people to buy your stuff, and that's what she did.
She did indeed. As Delmore bring up the ball, she drives left. Stopped. Back out to her sister. See, here's some hand slapping, and she is fouled. As I said, the Braves are very touchy, very handsy.
And that really results in their third foul of the half. You know, it's not always good. As you can see, she is. They've racked up a few fouls in the second half already.
Delmore, Emma Delmore, rebounding it in. She kicks it to Kayla, who falls down, up to Thompson, the fadeaway, and is fouled. She is going to be heading to the free throw line. 28-11, 5:40 left in the third quarter. Brooke Thompson getting to the free throw line for the first time of the night. Shot is up and does not fall. But you always get two. London Davis trotting back to, restrict those transition points.
That's very true. You always do get 2 points, 2 shots.
Thompson misses the second one. Rebounded kicks it out to Spohn, who's running the fast break. Driving left. Kicks it out to number 40, Reagan Richardson. Back to 33. As it's stolen by London Davis. She's
intercepted.
Going coast to coast as it's swiped right back.
Looks like Stephon Gilmore out there with that interception, though, no matter if it is back or not.
Ellie Beck really putting the clamps on, letting her go nowhere. As a beautiful inside pass. Get that weak stuff out of here. London Davis sends it back as the Pioneers are running the fast break, led by freshman point guard Kayla Delmore.
That's 4 or 5 blocks for London Davis, as that's a foul on Orange.
So that's what we were talking about, Ethan, as what they need to do is they need to turn those defensive stops and possessions into fast break points, and there they get a foul. Because here's the thing. Braves have 5 fouls already. That'll be putting them in the bonus here real soon.
That is key.
Just easy points to the free throw line.
And then Delmore travels.
Called for a travel.
But, you know, she really likes that outside shot. That's not something that not a lot of Pioneers have at this point in the game, is a deep three. But Emma is reeling in the shot attempt so far. She just cannot get them to fall.
Fadeaway for Spohn. Barely misses as London Davis with the rebound, as it is a fight for it to Emma Delmore. Back to Thompson as she's running the fast on break. A 1-3, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by the Braves.
It's hard when you're getting swamped by 3 other girls to get into the basket, and that was shown there.
That is not an easy task. A 1-on-3 is not an easy thing to break as they swing it out to the wing.
Not at all.
Give it to Stafford for 3. No good, as she tried to bang in her second of the night.
Oh.
They go up, fouled, and 1.
I believe they're not going to count it.
Call it on the floor.
But that looks like London got rocked in the face there. That was a hard foul. And
we see the Pioneers ready to send an entire new lineup. 5 new people on the floor. We haven't seen this tonight. They have subbed out every single player on the court, really trying something new.
Not at all. You have Quinn Shannon coming into the game for the first time, along with number 23, Jordan Sullivan, and number 22, Maya Hendricks. This is their first action of the night.
Shannon with the rebound as she's taking it up the court by herself. Swings it out to number 22.
Reese Miller driving in, picked up, and
Schwade
over to Schwade.
That is ball movement, ball smoothment. 28-13, 15-point game.
That's right. You know, that's some re-energization there. Some girls that have not played, they're hungry for a start. They're hungry. They're hungry for an opportunity
for some minutes, exactly.
And that shows
a nice lead pass going up, fouled, and she is getting sent to the free throw line. Number 20.
Danny Beitelman. What a name. Yeah, these Pioneers are really coming in strong with this. And
she puts up the first, and it rattles in.
They were really coming in strong on that defensive possession, a little too strong, resulting in this free throw attempt.
We're also talking about free throws. They're just 3 points, and they're really getting each other to the line here, but the Braves really seem to knocking them down as they miss the free throw, tipped out of bounds by Orange, right back to the Braves. That's what we were talking about, those turnovers, and just giving the Braves the ball right back after it. And it really all comes back down to ball security we talked about at the beginning of the game. So they find number 40, Reagan Richardson, on the wing. Getting trapped. I don't know exactly what they called here, but
me neither, but
going the Pioneer way.
Sometimes all that matters is who's inbounding the ball. I have no idea what happened, but Quinn Shannon will be coming up the court nonetheless.
For the Pioneers. She's bringing it to the left, kicks it to Haley Schwade as she drives, and called for a travel.
You know, travel was not seen for the first half of the game, but there's already 2 for the Pioneers in the second half. That's a real kicker for the Pioneers in the past. Both the girls and the boys have been riddled with travels in the past, but tonight they're staying pretty tight.
As puts it up and in, and 1 for the freshman Reagan Richardson.
That's like Shaquille O'Neal's shoes there, and 1. I believe that's his brand.
I think it is.
I had when Ethan Hunter was balling in the Upward League, those are the shoes that I rocked, were the red and black Shaq and 1s, and let me tell you.
I was repping the Willow Bronze. I rep the PGs now, but silence in the arena. She puts it up. No good. Rebounded. Kicks out to Haley Schwade as she gives it to Reese Miller on the other side of the court, trying to reset and get some buckets here. She's driving to the left, puts it up, and in. Beautiful floater from Reese Miller.
What a nice shot. Teardrop, like someone that has just watched a sad movie.
Reese
that
Miller
was nice.
called for reach and foul. You love to see the energy and the scrappiness.
What's the saddest movie you've ever seen, Rose?
Marley and Me.
Oh.
I've cried to 2 movies in my life. Marley and Me was a sob show, and the movie Max, the one with the dog. And
so dogs really get you.
The dogs really get me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person.
Oh, me too. Me too.
The Braves bring it up. drives and fouled. Again, really just those free points that they're just letting them get to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, we said the Braves 5 fouls when the Pioneers only had 2. They now have Pioneers have fouled the Braves 4 times without the Braves fouling them back. So a shift here in fouling. The discipline is running loose apparently, as the score is 32-15 Braves.
Kennedy Dupe is really just running up the scoreboard here. She's got 12 with another free throw going up. She puts it up. No good. And tipped out of bounds.
They're saying that was
Braves.
Go back to the Pioneers.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a referee, and I'm on that side of the court, but that looked like it was tipped by the Pioneers. But
it did, but
I'm not wearing stripes, though. That's not my call.
No, it is not.
Quinn Shannon bringing up the ball. He's going to swing it to the right. Side number 23. Puts it up. No good for the floater. She gives it to Schwady with the rebound. No good. And it's dribbled out of bounds by the Braves, staying on the Pioneer side.
Yeah, it's appeared that Braves girl had her foot just on the line there, causing it to stay with the Pioneers.
Jordan Sullivan, the freshman, getting some playing time here. Reese Miller inbounding the ball. 2:23 left in the third quarter. Gives it to the freshman. Jordan Sullivan out to Quinn Shannon for 3. Bang!
Bang, bang, bang. That's a 3-pointer there from Quinn Shannon.
As the Braves run it right back up. Quinn Shannon with the strip.
Man.
Really trying to bring the energy back here for the Pioneers.
That is some initiative there by Quinn Shannon, coming just a freshman, but she went from the 3 down to the steal on one side to the other. That is a nice play for the Pioneers.
That's what the Pioneers need. They need
that
to
is
turn
exactly
those
what they need.
defensive opportunities into offense, as Quinn Shannon banged one from downtown.
From the streets of Chicago, downtown. That was nice. Something we've been waiting for here from the table.
No good, as the Braves are now in the bonus. They saw the one-on-one, missed it, but the Braves got the rebound and put it right back up.
Sometimes a missed second free throw can be even more beneficial, as
Coach Rowe calls a timeout, visibly upset at her squad here, as they're just, the fouls has really got to be frustrating, as they have had 5 fouls in a row, putting the Braves in the bonus. We were talking about that, thinking the Braves were going to get put in the bonus and start sending the Pioneers at the free throw line for some free points, but really just flipped a switch here. Free throws are a crucial part of every game. You got to be able to hit your free throws. You see that a lot of times in closed games, send people to the free throw line. You just got to make them.
Yeah, you know, that's something
when you
that
get to the free throw line, you just got to sink them.
Oh yeah, that's something that my dad, the older generations, always preach, is to make your free throws. It may not be fun, but you got to practice those bad boys, because they can really turn a game around. Let me tell you.
34-18, a minute 51, as they're going to break the huddle out of the timeout. Coach Rowe really trying to get her squad back into this. 1, 2, 3 Pioneers. So they're heading back out onto the court. It's going to be Pioneer ball.
Rolling with the same squad as they were earlier.
Freshman Jordan Sullivan inbounding it to sophomore Quinn Shannon. I think that's the number 22. Number 22, Maya Hendricks, seeing some playing time tonight. As it's staying down at the Pioneer end. Swinging it to Quinn Shannon off the inbound to Jordan Sullivan. Almost intercepted. She's able to rebound it. Crossover. Gives it to Quinn Shannon. Swings it back to Sullivan. Taking it herself. Swings it out to Miller. Miller puts it up. No
That one
good.
almost touched the ceiling there on that shot. But that one almost fell.
Maya Hendricks called for an over-the-back foul.
Like a lightning-struck tree. You need a couple of these to fall, you know.
And look at that. 8 fouls now, sending them to the free throw line just for free. Just free points like that. You hate to see it.
Not even the dollar store can have these kind of deals.
Free throws. Just some free points ready to go up.
Like the Inuit TurboTax commercials. Free.
This is number 23, Bailey Cummings. The senior puts up the first free throw. Rattles in and out. Gives to Kennedy Dupe as she gets the rebound.
And she gets fouled.
Yet again,
You
sending
know,
her to the free throw line for 2 shots here.
So far, the last 3 free throws that the Braves missed, they rebounded and got to put another shot up. So that's something that the Pioneers need to remain physical as they check London Davis back in so that does not happen again.
Trying to get some rebounds here. 34-18. Possible comeback. Could happen. But they really just got to limit the free throws here, as it is 35-18 as Bailey Cummings checks out for number 25, Danielle Arhin. Puts up the shot, and then Kennedy Duke hits both free throws. She is really filling up the scoreboard tonight. It's Quinn Shan with the pass, gets stripped, puts it up, swatted by Shannon, but they are going to call a foul, believe it or not, sending him right back to the free throw line.
No, I believe they were just calling that one out. A clean block there by Quinn Shannon. That was impressive.
You're right. That was a nice block. All ball, send it back to where it came from.
100% legal, like stopping at a stop sign.
Pioneers, you can tell, are visibly way more physical right now.
That's right. They want
puts it
stops.
up and misses. I tried to get her first shot attempt for the game. Shawati with the rebound and steps out of bounds.
Less than a minute here in the third quarter. Pioneers really going to have to turn it around starting right now if they want if they want the shot to win.
Pioneers bringing it back up the court, tipped off of Kennedy Duke as it is still staying on the Pioneers side of the court.
What an impressive run by the Braves right now. They have not fouled since the first 3 minutes of the quarter, and they have been tacking on points pretty easily. The Pioneers need something to turn this around.
The Braves appear to be running a zone as a turnover. Kennedy Duke driving to the right, kicks it back out to Spohn, kicks it out to Arhin. She drives right. Travel, and it is going the Pioneers' way.
First travel against the Braves of the night.
16 and a half seconds left in the third quarter. 36-18 as Maya Hendricks is checked out for Emma Delmore. Really trying to get the outside shot back in as they got Quinn Shannon, Maya, and Ella Delmore. Kayla, sorry. Quinn Shannon kicks it to Emma Delmore. She's double teamed right off of it. Kayla Delmore driving to the left, puts it up. No foul as it's rebounded, and that is the end of the third quarter. 36-18.
Neither team scored there for a while, resulting in this 36-18 halftime. Braves are up by 14 at this point.
Really what we talked
18.
about coming to this half is really just limited transition points. But right now, their biggest issue is the free throw line. 9 fouls in a quarter. That's really not what you want to see from a coach's perspective.
Not at all.
9 fouls, got them into the bonus, and really just some free points. Free throw line, just some freebies. Very rarely in basketball do you get a free shot at the hoop, just wide open by yourself. And as a defense, you want to limit that. So they really got to limit the fouls here and not allow things like that to happen.
Yes, the Pioneers are already getting back out here for the fourth quarter. This last quarter, if the Pioneers want any chance in Davy Jones' locker to get this done, they're going to have to really step it up from the get-go. They got to get some stops. They got to shoot some long balls and start getting some offense churning here,
They
like
have to
Pilgrim butter.
Completely double their score to tie this game right now. They're down 18.
But, you know, I've seen feats of strength like this from the Pioneers before. Nothing is off the table at this point.
So they kick it out to the top of the key. Aaron with the ball, and it's stripped by the freshman Kayla Delmore. She kicks it out only to get it physical play.
Jump ball,
sending it
to Orange.
the Pioneers' way.
See, that's what I'm talking
getting
about.
on the
That was a
ground,
nice stop.
Getting physical on the ground there. Remaining physical right out of the gate at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Swings it to her sister Emma. It's Kayla Delmore driving to the right. The Braves are running a zone, and they are really just getting turnovers. As we see it stripped right here, Meg Spone puts it up.
Makes her miss.
In. 20-point game here. 7 minutes remaining in the game. As this zone defense is really working for the Braves right now. The Pioneers are not really seeming to be able to crack this.
Not at all. This is a tough egg to crack right now. It is hard for the Pioneers to find any sort of offenses.
And
that's a travel.
Travel, she's trying to get it to her sister, Kayla Delmore, but the travel. Meg Spone getting the ball back in. Guarded by Quinn Shannon. She's driving right. Step back, hesitation. Out to Stafford. Into Arhin. Back out to Spone. Spone for three. Just a little short. Shannon with the rebound. And she's going to bring it up on her own. Really starting to half-court press here.
That's another foul for the Braves. Their first for a while.
First of the quarter.
Yes.
As Ellie Beck is checking back in for the freshman, Jordan Sullivan. They're just trying to get that perimeter game established here. They got some shooters, and they've got the big force at the bottom, London Davis. As they kick it out to Quinn Shannon. She drives to the left, out to Emma Delmore. The fake as she resets here. Gets it to Quinn Shannon.
You know, yesterday was Quinn Shannon's birthday, so maybe she can get a couple birthday shots up there.
Emma Delmore for three, way right, as it's attempted to save by Quinn. Was not able to get the job done. 6 minutes, 9 remaining in the fourth quarter. 38-18, still a 20-point game. The Pioneers really just got to start getting some shots up here. Whether they're quality shots or not, they just need some. They need some points on the board.
I agree with you completely. Just throw some things up as this is a Braves timeout. But, you know, nothing so far has been working fantabulously for the Pioneers at this point. So I think they need to just start, you know, you can only stick with your game for so long. At some point you got to start changing things up, you know. I like what they did there by throwing everything in.
The Pioneers really have nothing to lose at this point. They're down 20, 38-18 with 6:07 left. They really just got to change something up, get out there and just try to get some points on the board.
Yeah, I agree completely. You know, this Pioneers team, I don't, you know, being a Pioneer, it's hard to say, but what's happening right now is not working. And what they got to do, they got to play hard defense, strong physical defense, and they got to put shots up. And that's the only way that you can get 20 points in 6 minutes.
RN drives to 40, no good. Shots up, and it's rebounded, but it is a
foul on the Braves.
On the Braves. And now the Pioneers are in the bonus as they're sending Quinn Shannon to the line. Maybe some birthday free throws here.
Birthday free throws. Hopefully you can make them, because these free points are something that you really need.
You really need to take advantage of your free throw opportunities, as Quinn Shannon's going to try to knock down both of these here. First one is up. Wide right as Meg Spone with the rebound. It is a 1-and-1, so if you miss the first, sadly, you don't get an attempt at the second. Meg Spone driving right. Gives it to Arhin at the bottom. And it's stolen. Getting on the ground is the freshman, Kayla Delmore. And
they say that the Braves' shoulder was out there while she was on the ground, so that's another example of the physicality coming in to the fourth quarter.
Kayla Delmore looks a little bit shaken up, shaking her left hand as she really took one to the ground trying to get the ball back. Shaking her hand, trying to get something happening there. Emma Delmore is going to pass into Ellie Beck. 5:35 left, 38-18. Still no points for the Pioneers in the quarter. So they kick it to Kayla Delmore. Driving right, gives it to London Davis. Back out to Beck. Wasn't looking for it, and it's stolen by the Braves. Given to Kennedy Dupe as she's going to kick it out as they give it to number 2, Isabel Walters. Right back to Dupe, 23 with the ball. It's going to be Bailey Cummings. She puts it inside to Dupe, puts it up just short as Brooke Thompson with the rebound. As she's going to bring it up herself. Kicks it out to Kayla Delmore. She's going to drive right, gives it to London Davis, and puts it in. That's the points you want to try and get right there. Just lob it up to the big fella. First points of the quarter.
First points of the quarter.
Too late as there's 4:40 left.
No, that's 20 is a daunting number. 18 is more manageable, and that too, I think, did a lot to slide the mountains a little bit.
He's going to give it to the senior, Bailey Cummings. Out to the right, Donna Spone. Back to Cummings, and it is knocked out of bounds. Sending it right back to the Pioneers. This is where you can really take advantage of points. You're starting to get turnover. You're starting to make those stops. This is when you really just need to capitalize and get some points on the board as Ellie Beck is bringing it up. She kicks it to Emma Delmore. Emma Delmore to her sister. And Coach Rowe with a timeout. Again, visibly upset, yelling at the team, telling them what they need to do.
Yeah, it's hard to be down.
Crunch this back a little bit.
It's hard to be down in any sort of game.
Oh, yeah.
And at some point it gets frustrating to be down as a coach. And, as a coach, you are the strong leader. You are the person that is commanding your team. And, they need to look up to you for all of their energy, for their plays. So she's getting a little heated, and she's hoping that transfers over to her.
Clearly not giving up on her team, which as a coach you cannot do. You got to believe in your team and believe that it's a 16-point game right now, and it's very manageable if you can just get a game plan going that works. They're starting to press on defense, maybe get some turnovers and put it up on offense. That's Brooke Thompson on the wing, the pump fake. She's dribbling, gives it to Ellie Beck. As this zone defense is really starting to work again for the Braves, as the Pioneers really just don't know what to do with the ball here as they give it to freshman Kayla Delmore. Dribble drive to the left, gives it to the corner, Ellie Beck, pump fake, driving left, looking for a fadeaway, wasn't going to have it. Emma
almost
Delmore.
traveled there, but she kept her pivot foot down. Good work there.
She's going to kick it to London Davis on the wing, as London's going to take it by herself. The spin, Thompson, no look, as she gives it right back to Davis, and it's stolen by Kennedy Duke.
Although these Pioneers are down, the time put in, the effort put in from this team is insane. They had 5:30 a.m. practice yesterday before school, before a long day of school, and then subsequent practice. This team...
London Davis with the swat.
Beautiful. This team is not short on their fundamentals, on their effort, on their on their drive to win. This team is not out. This team is not done. This team is one that will continue to get better. This team is one that wants to get better. And, no seniors on the court at all. This is a young team. This is a team that can do good in the future, and I believe they can.
Collins with the ball, puts it up with the contact, no good. It's her first touch of the night. As Jonna Spone bringing it up on the left side. To the corner. They're going to call a foul of some sorts on what looks like. Going to have some subs coming in here. As, again, that bonus just sending them to the free throw line. Sending number 2, Isabel Walters, to the free throw line.
The student section is filing in for this one. There's lots of support here for these teams as the boys' game will be about to get underway. The girls' game getting lots of support as well. Good to see these Pioneers coming out for this rivalry.
As now they're in the double bonus, so they've got 2 opportunities. As the second one is up and also wide right. but rebounded by the Braves. We were talking about those second chance opportunities as number 40, Megan Richardson, puts it up and gets it to go. 40-22 with 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Quinn Shannon trying to push the pace here as she gets trapped on the wing. Almost stolen. Is really just a battle on the ground here.
A good saving pass there as she was down, but that will be a jump ball that will go to Olentangy.
Really going to show this full court press here. Some confusion on the court on who's going to pass this ball in.
Yeah, you know, the full court press, something that is showing of their effort, their drive to win, and their strength.
Jonna Stone with the ball as it's stripped by Brooke Thompson, not able to remain possession as they kick it out to the senior Bailey Cummings.
40-20 with 2 minutes left.
As
stripped out by Emma Delmore, but stays
right back out of bounds, staying at the Brave side of the court. 1:55 to go, 20-point game. I hate to say it, but I don't know how possible a comeback is here. But you really just gotta fight for, you know, just some pride points, that we like to call it.
Oh yeah, you know.
Flip up the stat sheet a little bit as Jenna Spohn
Absolutely,
up the ball for the Braves. Cami McCulty with the ball. Gonna give it to the senior. She's gonna drive right. Strong pass to the wing. Taking a look for an inside opportunity with McCulty. And another bucket for the Braves. Isabel Walters with a nice driving finish. 1:20 to go in the game as Quinn Shannon in the paint. Fade away, no good. Rebounded by the senior. Kicks it out to Jenna Spohn.
Not a lot of points here going on, as that's a foul called. You know, not a lot of shots taken up for the Pioneers, and that shot for Quinn Shannon, that fadeaway, that's what they need to stress more of, is just getting shots up. Don't be afraid to miss when it's at this point in the game.
Who's calling the boys' game? As the Braves are making some final substitutions, they're ready to wrap this one up.
That's right, 1 minute left. 43-20 is your score as Jonna Spohn tries to get one more point. And she
puts
does.
It up and in. 44-20. And they are going to make a substitution as the inbound was called back. Maya Hendricks is subbing in for Brooke Thompson. Kate Collins is going to pass it into Quinn Shannon here. She's going to bring up the ball. Just a minute to go here in this game. Looking for some pride points. They give it to Maya Hendricks. She's going to drive right. Puts it up. No foul. And that is out of bounds. And that is going to stay on the Pioneer side. As Emma Delmore is going to pass this one in here.
Less than a minute to go, but still lots of effort being put in by the Pioneers.
Give it to Maya Hendricks off the inbound.
Good move
Emma
to get in front of her.
Puts it up and in.
In front of her opponent. You want to be closest to the basket, and she was there as she gets it in.
44-22 with a little bit under 40 to go. It's Quinn Shannon with the steal, and she's going to try and take this coast to coast, but it is poked out by the Braves, staying on the Pioneer side.
Good play. This is what we like to see here from the Pioneers. You just really wish they started out earlier with this success. You know, the lack of effort was not at all the problem for the Pioneers in this game. But
Maya Hendricks out to Emma Delmore for three. No good, but it's rebounded by Kate Collins, but then it is stolen by the Braves. There's number 11 here, getting some playing time. Puts up a three, and that one didn't really seem to hit the hoop there, Hunter.
No, not at all. You know, that one did not fall, but nonetheless.
15 seconds to go. So we're going to wrap up the game here.
Looks like there's a sub trying to come in for Olentangy. I don't think she'll be able to with
Quinn Shannon driving, puts it up and fouled.
Oh, well, I suppose she will be able to, as they will be shooting 1 and 1 with the single bonus.
4 seconds left. Quinn Shannon's going to get 2 shots here with 4 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to get a sub in. Quinn Shannon, first one up and no good. Substitute coming in. Paige Pawlowski in the game for the remaining 4 seconds of this one. Quinn Shannon going up and putting up the second free throw here.
And she makes
it's
it.
in 23-44.
5 seconds left in this game.
They're
Here's
just going to run
dribble
out
it
the
out.
clock here. And that is the buzzer. That is the game as the Olentangy Lady Braves take out the Olentangy Lady Pioneers. 44-23. So they're shaking hands here.
Yeah, you know, lots of good games coming from both sides because although they are rivals, they are only about a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles away or so. You know, a lot of these girls know each other from other teams that they've been on, and the respect is very great. But we urge you, Pioneers, not to go anywhere as the boys' game, Olentangy versus Orange, is starting out right after this. We'll take a short break, but you will see a great game. And Rose, do you have any final thoughts as this game comes to a close?
You know, I think it was a great rivalry game. We did not see a lack of effort from any team. You just saw the physicality and, urge to win from both teams going up until the buzzer sounded. It was a great game to watch as it didn't come out in the Pioneers' favor, as their record is going to move to 2-18 as the Olentangy Braves improved to 10-11. They're having a nice season come up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Olentangy.
That's right. And as we are about to start with the senior presentation for the boys, senior night will be happening right now. We thank you for watching. We urge you to stay with us as this senior night for your Olentangy Orange will be getting underway. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
introduced a game at first played with volleyballs and beach baskets that has now grown into a game of hard-hitting rivalries and some of the greatest stories ever told. Bird versus Metro, Cincy Xavier in southwestern Ohio, the backyard brawl of West Virginia versus, and of course, the Tobacco Road rivalry of schools separated by only 9.8 miles, Duke and North Carolina. The biggest rivalry in Central Ohio, however, is tonight. Coach Cayley is leading the Pioneers with an 11-7 record on the season, and the Braves are coming in at 7-12. It is time for Pioneer basketball.
Yeah, I mean every Olentangy game is a rivalry game. Those are always fun. There's a lot of different games in the league that are exciting for different reasons. Every league game is a big game.
Howdy Pioneers, I'm Tanner Lambert alongside Ethan Hunter. We're welcoming you into the Olentangy Orange High School Gymnasium where Olentangy Orange is taking on their biggest rival, Olentangy, in OCC play tonight. The Nears coming off a big win on Tuesday at Franklin Heights after going 0-2 last week, hoping to keep this momentum going. Ethan, what do you got?
Well, this is about to be a hardwood classic, let me tell you. These two OHSAA rivals in the district right here tonight. Two great teams competing for one common goal, a W. 4.3035 on the hardwood as Tanner Lambert's looking to join us over here, running through the center of the court.
hit the shot, it will fall, and it will go along on an early opportunity. Foul call on Dennis Coker.
They are.